today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Mitchell Trubisky and the Minnesota Vikings versus Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. As we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
The first carry down for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 16 carries, 91 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are...
Menu narration option is set to off.
Self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Samuels. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
The ball carrier.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 72 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and has been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
Number 33.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky. That'll be complete to Cook.
Trubisky.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. On the move to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
To Dalvin Cook.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
7.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now it's Peterson. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Tate's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Jeff Gladney able to come up and make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up and start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They hand off to Irvin. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Flushed out right. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
6-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. They start the drive with Cook, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Complete. Jefferson the target. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Now Trubisky lost the football, but a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. A give. This is Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. 5 yards remain on second down. The second down carry for Irvin. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
First down, Irvin. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And that'll bring up second down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll hand it off now to Samuels. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Samuels, the ball carrier.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
It's a gain of 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On on the handoff. It's Samuels. And he dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second down, Irvin. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And Crosby puts it through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Vikings nothing.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a gain of
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be through.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And a Packer first down.
Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Chris Carson with 2 touchdown runs. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they lead the visiting Denver Broncos at the half. Demarcus Robinson, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Nick Foles, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. From the gun, Rodgers steps away to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the carry, it's Samuels. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He gets it left side of Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that, because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
That's the score. Packers 9, Vikings 3.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll run again with Samuels on 1st down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Packers defense here, they're heading back out onto the field, and they have been disruptive in the backfield. Now, how often when we see this, as we look at some of these highlights, is it just better players getting in there versus scheme that is defeating the offense?
It's a great question, and I think oftentimes we rely on scheme. We fall back and say, well, the scheme broke down rather than giving credit to the players making plays. But when the scheme does break down, you're looking at oftentimes just being overloaded. Too many guys coming from one side or one particular area, then you can actually block him. You know, if there's 2 guys there to block him.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He was
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky setting up the screen for Cook. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
It leads to
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Samuels. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
It's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Rodgers pass complete.
Jalen Samuels, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they sit out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field
not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Amos on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Rodgers pass.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st down, Packers.
This is Samuels. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brought him down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's on the keeper. A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Well, a pitch and catch here to Rudolph. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. This one brought in by Jefferson. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Number 33, down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Made at the 12-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's got them. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now left side on the swing pass. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
But quickly to Thielen here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trubisky to throw again. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Jeff Gladney. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
on 2nd down at 4. Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Jalen.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Samuels, the ball
frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's now 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Samuels. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Samuels again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On second down, Samuels. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On third down, here's Samuels. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
A 20-yard attempt.
Crosby's kick is good. The veteran Mason Crosby comes through like he's done so many times before. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end.